Hey guys, it's me, Joy, with Joy to the World Now, like right now. How are you? I hope everything is so good. Thank you for being here. Hey guys, I'm just kicking it. Check it out. I'm underneath this ginormous camellia tree. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful today. We have blue skies and I can wear my shorts and feel good. It's so good. Anyway, hey guys. So I would like to talk about the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the enchanté, the je ne sais quoi, the what's going on. Okay, so as a lot of us already know, okay, there have been many divine masculines who were fooled by these jazzy karmic women who tried to act like they were the ones who were the divine feminines, and they stole our energy. They were wearing it like a beautiful cloak, you know, and a lot of the divine masculines, you know, they fell for it. That's what happened to me with mine. And in his efforts to try and make me jealous by going out with my old best friend at the time, you know, I was done. When I'm done, I'm done. You know, it's like, if you want my sloppy seconds, you're more than welcome to have it. But this person, my ex, did not realize that he would end up getting into so much trouble. And she encouraged a lot of sinful behaviors that I would never tolerate. And just got him hooked on some really strong drugs and just did like a boatload, like a Titanic load of like love spells and, you know, sex magic and things like that. And in the beginning, it's great. It's like, whoa, I get to do everything. Wow, you're going to let me do this? Wow, you know, you're going to let me be bisexual? Wow, you know. But in the end, they realized that they made a really big mistake. So for me, you know, sorry guys. For me, I let go. Like, I just let go of everything, like a long time ago. Like, when I'm done, I'm done. But unfortunately, in his situation, once he woke up and he realized what was going on, he got really angry at the people that lied to him about me. Angry that the one was taken from him, the one who was supposed to heal him, get him back on the right track and everything, and live his best life and everything. Yeah, then he's angry, and then it's like, I want this now. And you know, it's happening all over, and I've read so many comments. And why these men are telling the karmic women that they want to be with the divine feminine, I don't know. I really have no idea. It's like, why on earth would you tell her that? Like, move in silence, because these women are witches. And a lot of these men didn't even realize they were dating like full on, like witches, you know? And it's mostly with the women and the men. It's not mostly like, it's not like, oh, the warlock did it. You know, it's mostly a witch. These are women mostly. So something very interesting came up though, and in light of all of this. And so there's this one reader that I really admire. Her name is Kuan Yin, and she's with I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. So I had written down some notes and things. I'm going to look through this, but basically I was blown away. Okay, now I really admire this woman. Like, she's been through exactly the same kind of things that I have, and she even had to move to East Africa to get away from all of this, and they still found her there. So, you know, she's such a stand-up kind of gal, such a warrior. And I think she's like half Korean, half Black American. She's amazing. Anyway, so she was talking about, hey, you guys, I was posting on my comments on my community board, and she's talking about the distorted divine masculines who were distorted because of their sinful behaviors and their actions that they did. Well, she decided to forgive hers. And yeah, so I'm going to read to you what she posted on her community board. OMG. Like, wow. Okay. And I'm not saying that I'm going to do this, but I'm just saying is that if Kuan Yin said this, wow, like, it's like, whoa, okay, we got to take note, you know? So I'm on her channel. Let me see. And I'm looking for it. This is from 3 days ago. Here we are. And it was a channeled message too. So she's a reader, she's psychic, she's got it going on. Such a beautiful woman, so intelligent. If you're watching, Kuan Yin, I love you so much. Mwah. Like, I'm fangirling over her, right? Okay. A high priestess fangirling over another high priestess, right? Anyway, here we go. Okay, so I got it pulled up, and so I'm going to read it. Okay, here we go. So it says, channeled message for the divine masculine, and I think this is probably to her divine masculine, okay? And it says, you restored my faith and confidence in human decency, love, and compassion. You are literally my favorite person in the world and existence right now. You took a stand completely alone and stood with integrity up for me when everyone else buried their heads into the sand, in fear like the cowards that they are, which is why you literally are my own personal superhero. You rescued me from my karmic family and enemies. I didn't see or realize it before, but you were cherry-picked by my ancestors because you were the only one that could save me from my affliction. You started out as my enemy. Okay, keywords. You started out as my enemy due to heavy manipulation and deception, meaning spell work, working for the other team, but both our ancestors, with their infinite foresight, wisdom, and strength, chose you for me. And I now have perfect clarity why I will forever love, honor, and respect you for reflecting and connecting with your true, authentic soul, discovering your true purpose through uncomfortable growth, healing and evolving, transforming into the best man for me, as our ancestors advised. I show gratitude to our ancestors for guidance and for you. I will forever love, honor, and respect you. When everyone else turned a blind eye to grave injustice, you stood alone on business, and you took a stand and showed me what a real man does by taking accountability, healing through shadow work, and taking action to correct your wrongs in order to restore balance and order and bring proper alignment. By acknowledging and correcting your mistakes, you are and will forever be the divine masculine. I love you. Whoa, like just like knocked me over with a feather on that one. Like, wow, Kuan Yin. Like, so it sounds like Kuan Yin got into contact with her ancestors, and they had a little chat with her, and yeah, so this is huge. I mean, it's like, you know, it's I had actually thought about this. I had actually pondered this some months ago, and when I realized that that my ex divine masculine, once he awakened and realized what was going on, like, you know, I mean, he was greedy anyway. Like, he took the money anyway. He took the bribe. So right then and there, it's like finito, you know. That was him. That was him before the manipulation and control, the spell work. That was before. So he went ahead and made that decision before all of the witchcraft was put on him. So yeah, my case is a little bit different. But in hers, she's chosen to forgive him and to just give him so much love and talk about a shout out. I mean, my goodness. And she's just being so mature about it, and so like such an inspiration, you know. And so I just want to talk to the divine feminines for a minute, that, you know, we all have a similar story when it comes to our divine masculines, the twin, you know, that fell from grace, and, you know, we all have different situations. But I just want to say that if there's any way that you could possibly take all of this into consideration and maybe think about forgiving and starting over again with your divine masculine, then maybe you should consider it. Because think about it, you know, all of those evil witches and all of those horrible people that were just like doing all the magic to try and stop your union and just stop you from being together because they wanted what you had. It's like this divine masculine, it's like they didn't even really care about him. It's basically like a prize, right? So, and they had this prize, which was your man. And every day that they're with that man, it's like they get to gloat and they get to say, you know. But if you're an independent kind of gal like me, and you really don't need a man, you know, it's like, it's easy to say like, well, you know, he made his choice, you know, he can just go on and I don't even care, like, I don't even want him anymore. Just take into consideration, teeny tiny, you know, that maybe how good it would feel if you could actually have a chance to start over again with your real divine masculine, and just think about how those witches are going to feel. Like, they're just going to be in utter defeat, right? Utter defeat. So I'm not saying that that's a good reason to even go back with someone, is just to rub it in someone else's face, but it's it's basically to just undo the evil that was done in something beautiful that God had given to you originally, you know. Now in my case, you know, I had to have a whole contract rewrite. I mean, the last contract is just gone. It's just done. And that person, just because they went so hard against me, they went so like off the wall, they went so way out there, to the point where they will never come back. Like, it's just, you can't sleep with someone's fake mother, okay? You can't sleep with someone's sister or cousin, or marry them, or, you know, fraudulently, and, you know, you can't like try to come and unalive me and think that I'm just going to go ahead and forgive all that. No, I think that for a lot of divine feminines, it wasn't as hard. They didn't, in other words, your divine masculine did not come for you as hard as, let's say, mine did. Or maybe they did, I don't know. All that I can say to you, divine feminine, is that honestly, if you still have that love and it just won't go away, no matter how hard you try, and you keep asking God to take it from you, and it's just, you know, maybe you haven't heard from God, and maybe God still says, hey, that's your guy, you know, then there comes a moment of surrender where you really need to just do some fasting and praying and figure it out, you know, because maybe it's something that you can overcome, and then you can be happy, right? You can have the love that was intended for you. And I would be so happy to know that that happened for you. In fact, I feel like it's happening already. In fact, it is with Kuan Yin. Like, let me see what other notes I wrote. She forgave the divine masculine who became distorted, used and abused by our enemies, by her enemies. And what else does it say? Finally, he was awakening. Like, WTF? Like, where's my DF? Angry, rageful, resentful, leaving. Like, a lot of these divine masculines are waking up. I've spoken on this before. So, you know, it's like, this is the time. It's the Moedim. We are supposed to be uniting. It's like we're coming at the end of springtime. We're getting ready to go into you know, summer and everything, and this is the time when we're supposed to be getting together. The birds and the bees are doing their thing. The animals are doing their things. You know, it's like, but what about the divine masculine and the divine feminine? What's going on with that? Anyway, guys, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So, guys, if I have touched your heart in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithms. It really, really does. You know, I don't buy my I don't buy my subscriptions, okay? I don't buy my views. So please help a sister out. I would really appreciate it. Help a fellow divine feminine out. Anyway, but you guys, seriously, we should have had so many more unions by now. The divine unions should have already happened on so many levels. And these Jezzy witches, these women that are just so jealous of us, you know, jealous that they want to be the divine feminine. They want to be, and they can't, because they're not. They're just not, you know. God, I mean, to think about all of the hard work that they put into stealing someone's destiny, to follow you every day, to hire people to look and watch, you know, what is she wearing today? I mean, this is why I don't even show like half the time like what I'm wearing anymore, because I used to do that in my earlier days. What am I wearing? You want to see what I'm wearing? Because I know that you guys like to see. But I actually stopped doing that because they copy me. They copy everything that I'm wearing, and I don't want, I mean, you can already see what I'm wearing pretty much, but anyways. Holy Spirit says I should do it again. Anyway, but on a more serious note, you know, this is the time for divine masculine and divine feminine to be coming together. And for those divine masculines out there who are sitting on the fence and, you know, going out of one bad relationship into something new, like I always have, that's always been a little bit of a red flag to me. It's like, take some time for yourself, you know, learn yourself first before you get into another relationship. On the flip side of that, you know, when something's right, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You just go for it. Like, it happens. Like, I totally get that too. You know, not everything is going to make sense, right? It's a topsy-turvy world. Whatever is considered good is considered bad. Whatever is bad is being considered good. Good versus evil. Like, oh, that's evil. No, that's good. You know, so crazy. I can't believe this world that we're in today. But if Kuan Yin, if she could do it, if she could say that, oh my goodness, like, you guys, that is huge. So in my case, again, you know, and I know he's watching because he's always watching. And now that he knows the truth, it's like he's really watching, you know. But to stop me and block me from experiencing real love, I think that is just morally wrong on so many different levels. You know, you had your chance with me and you blew it. So now that you know who I am, yeah, I'm speaking to you. Now you want me, now I'm good enough for you? No, there's no way. I have forgiven all of the heinous things that you've done, and God is still showing me exactly what was done. Who, what, where, when, why, and all of that. Who stood by, who said nothing, who, you know, yeah, God's showing me. But I don't want you. There's no way. I can forgive and move on and be peaceful in my heart, but I'm not going to forgive and move on and like be with you again. Like, no. And so then that brings me to the next little bit of divine masculines that are like, just like, they haven't made a move. Like, they're just so shy, or they're just like, the world that we live in today, you can't take anyone by face value. So you've got to create like a portfolio, like hire a private investigator, have them like do a whole report on you so that you can think if you even want to approach somebody and say hello. Like, it's like, oh, I can't say hello because I've got to do my research on this person first. I've got to get my portfolio. I need to see the photos that were taken. I need to tap into her phone and hear the kind of conversations that she's having. I need to, you know, create a fake account and see how she interacts with me. You know, all I have to say about that, like, I understand, okay, like, I get it, but to me that's just so lame. It's just so lame. I mean, to think that the world has become what it's become, and this is how someone is going to feel confident coming up to you. It's like they already like you, right? And they're already watching you, and so then they have to hire, like, do an investigation on you, and still not say anything to you, and because it's all over the cards. It's like, oh, this wealthy man, and oh, this tall man, and oh, he's talking about you to the homies, and oh, you know, he really has it for you so badly. The sexual frustration is just off the charts, and you know, he's getting mad now because he hasn't come in. It's like, when are you going to say something? I mean, it's like, to me, that's just cowardice at that point. I mean, and especially people that are wealthy. I mean, of course, I mean, I get it. Like, you know, you want to make sure that you're not going to end up with somebody who is, you know, who's bad, somebody who's going to be a gold digger, someone who's going to try and take advantage of you. But my goodness, if you just keep waiting and waiting like this, thinking that the other person is going to wait for you, like, that just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. So as for me, what did I hear? What's the most recent one on me? Yeah, the person that's interested in me, or the people, are